Here we are live. Namaste, all of you. Greetings of the day. Happy 16th of this new year. Happy New Year and a prosperous year to each and everyone attending the session. My name is Dev Jyoti Biswas. I am the CEO and founder of DBHSC International. And I'm so much overjoyed to see the attendees for this session. Welcome, everyone, to the Uncovered and Unmystic session on ISO 45001, where we will discuss not only about what is ISO 45001, why this is ISO 45001, what is ISO, what it covers, why we need, why an organization needs it, how ISO 45000 has been formed, what is the beginning of the ISO 45001, and also what is the difference between ISO 45001 and ISO 45001 2018 Lead Auditor Course. Along with that, what facilities we are providing and what we are starting for this year and to help you all. Greetings again, and I'm very much aesthetic to check that in just 2.5 days we have got more than 1,170 attendees. So thank you so much again. We are wholeheartedly and cordially inviting you all during the session. If you think that you have to drop a comment, please do so, because I'm very much excited to learn with you all and also to help you to learn so that you can help others to learn. And having said that, we are a proud recognized training provider of Exemplar Global. And with the help, recognition, and the strength and the global reach of the Exemplar Global, DBHS International is also shining bright here before, now, and will be in the future. So let's start the session of today. And since morning, I have been practicing how to cultivate and improvise my skills so that this session can cover not only who are working as the owner of the company, understanding the concept of implementation of ISO 45001 standard, not only the auditors who are working as an auditor or as a lead auditor or as a master auditor, not only it is covering those section of people who want to be an auditor or who want to understand about the concept behind ISO 45001. So, having said that, I'm going to start with the session. So, I need your blessings, because with your blessings and with the God's blessings, we can definitely shine. And please keep motivating us so that I can come along with my other tutors and experts at DBHSC, so we can come and do this kind of amazing session. And I'm sure you will definitely need this PDF. Please do let me know. Attend the session in a very peaceful manner. Forget about everything. Give your fullest concentration, because I will bet that after the session you will be enlightened and you can enlighten others. So let us start with the session of today. We are again the recognized training provider of Exemplar Global USA. Exemplar Global USA is the, what to say, our most one of the most favorite awarding bodies that we are working with. With the help of Exemplar Global, we have trained so many ISO lead auditors and certified them too. So let's explore the history, the principles, and the benefits of ISO 45001 and the advantages of learning ISO 45001 2018 Lead Auditor course. So, a well crafted message is DBHS International is a platform for the learners and for the leaders of tomorrow. Wow. It means if you are becoming more knowledgeable, you are becoming more like a leader. So you are becoming an inspirational leader. So if you can learn today, you can lead tomorrow. That's why I say, welcome to DBHSC, where we lead and help others to become leaders for tomorrow. And we have mentioned our website. So www.dbhsinternational.com. You can visit and check what we are doing and what not. So let us dive into the session of today. Every day, every second in the entire, I'm talking about the whole world, we are witnessing, observing, and the incident rates are increasing or it is decreasing. We are not aware of the factual information, but it is likely to be said every day thousands of lives are lost due to work accidents, fatality, occupational work related ill health disease, or from the musculoskeletal disorders. People are not coming to the work, so the absenteeism rate is getting high, and we are losing our asset. We are losing a lot of property. We are damaging a lot of assets, and having no such safety inside the company, outside the premises, and in the nature, we are also affecting the environment. If individuals like you, me, if you are working or if you let others work, it means if you are an employer or if you are an employee, this session is for you. If individuals working for an organization, they are well knowledgeable that what is the policy, what is the process, what is the procedure, and the skills that they need to retain and sustain in order to uh, face the challenge, in order to face the growing and different kinds of challenges. I think ISO 45001 standard along with the training will help us. So at DBHSC International, as we are the proud RTP of Exemplar Global, we are breaking the barriers because we want people to get lesson. We want people to get knowledge because with the knowledge, you can help yourself to work effectively. You can help others to work effectively, and henceforth we are complying the requirements of the company, we are complying the requirements of the government and also the nature. So the next page is going to highlight that where we are now. So I'm very much happy to let you all know the DBHS International has been invited. I met with the Exemplar Global team. They are so humble. They are one of the best group of professionals that we are working with. And also because of our training, because of our global reach and endless and tireless effort and work and contribution, Exemplar Global has honored us as their 2024 community endorsed organization. I have also uh, mentioned and I've also attached the screenshot so that you can zoom in and you can see the DBHS International name is there under the Exemplar Global Community Endorsed Organization. And I'm very much thankful to and grateful to the God and to the Exemplar Global CEO and the team to also honor me as their quality leader. Thank you so much once again, Exemplar Global. DBHS International is going to set more insights and information so that we can help everyone to grow in our business and in any industry that they work. Let us dive into the discussion. Before we talk more about the session, let me give you what exactly you will learn and what I aimed for you so that you can get this kind of outcome. When I was a student, I used to know and I used to search why I have to do this course or a qualification. The way I researched and way you all does that, I really want to emphasize everything and to synchronize in a very systematic way so that after this session you will like, I know about ISO 45001. Let's get it started. So the world has been seeing various approaches towards health safety management system. Now, over the years, there are so many bodies, there are so many organizations from different parts of the world. Everybody is trying their best to come up with a standard which is not only believed, trusted, and implemented by one section of people or from one country, but it should be accepted by most of the countries, correct? Then only we can identify that which standard we should follow, which standard we should implement, and which standard we should sustain and keep look forward in continual improvement. Now, let us discuss about the journey of ISO 45001. Okay, the journey towards creating a safer workplace has been shaped by a series of significant milestones in occupational health and safety standards. Over the years, various organizations, various registered bodies, and the frameworks have contributed to improve the workplace health and safety culture. It is looking forward to enhance whatever is existing so that we can face the current challenge and we can help and sustain. Correct. These milestones really highlights the global effort to reduce the workplace accident, injuries, fatalities. Now, if you are very new to health and safety, and if you are owning a company where health and safety is one of your department, this session is for you, because you need to understand, in order to earn money, in order to earn respect, in order to earn the recognition, you should know what you are providing the service, why you have this standard, what is the concept and the history and the birth of this standard, and why do we need this standard. There are so many standards out there which talks about health and safety, but why we have to focus on ISO 45001? What is ISO and why we are using 45001? You do have this kind of questions, right? Let us, we have got you covered and let us start. So what is ISO and what does it do? What exactly ISO does? You have a question in your mind? All right, let me help you. Now, ISO, the full form of ISO is International Organization for Standardization. Please repeat with me, International Organization for Standardization. So it is an independent, non-governmental body. And what they do, they develop and publish a lot of systematic and robust standard for different department, for different work, for different field and sector of work. ISO has been established in the year 1947 in Geneva, which is in Switzerland. And ISO works to ensure the quality, safety, efficiency, and consistency across a wide range of industries and sector. So, what sort of departments we have? We have departments in quality, we have departments in the environmental, we have departments in occupational health and safety, we have departments in accountancy, we have departments in hospitality, we have departments in food safety. So there are so many departments. ISO and the people who work for ISO and who work with ISO salute from our side. Because of you all, we are still living very happily. And I am giving you this sort of informations just because of their hard work and their contribution. So thank you all the members of ISO and the other respected organization who works for the framework of health and safety. So what does ISO do? Okay, so we have understood what is ISO. Repeat with me once again. So the full form of ISO is International or Organization for Standardization. It is from the Switzerland. It is founded and established in 1947. And what it does, it works for ensuring the quality, safety, efficiency, and consistency of different industries and sector. Now, what it creates standard to promote international uniformity. What does it mean? It means ISO standards are developed through a consensus driven process involving over 100 members countries, ensuring they are applicable globally. It means what we have learned now, this standard, it is not from a particular region or a particular group of people who think this is a standard and they're working for it. No, the standard that you are reading now, implementing now, it has been accepted, approved, discussed, and then established, and then they have launched, and there are 100 people from there are 100 countries, and the people from those 100 countries, they all have contributed and accepted. So the standards that you are reading is not from one person's mind, but from hundreds of countries. They are all jumping, joining, and helping each other for us, for the organizations like you. If you are having an organization and if you have to establish a health and safety management system, this is this is the contribution of these respected members who work for ISO, and they did it. Number two, ISO ensure quality and safety, because starting from product manufacturing to the service delivery, like how to manufacture a product, what are the do's and don'ts, what are the hazards, what are the risks, what are the preventive control measures, proactive control measures, protective control measures, what are the system placed starting from manufacturing to delivering of that product. ISO works for it. ISO makes sure the quality and safety, starting from producing something or to delivery, everything should be in a proper manner, so that we can work with safety and quality. Because I also believes in delivering and producing or manufacturing anything with a quality, right? Because everybody does love to receive product, those who are in a very quality manner. We love quality, correct? Now it also improves efficiency. It means when you have a clear guidelines that you have to prepare, you have to work in this way. When so many people, thousands of people gathered together from different countries, and then they have launched one guideline, it means that's a proven fact. So it gives you a clear guidelines what you need to do and what not, which improves efficiency of manufacturing and delivering of the product. Number four, foster global trade. Now, with the universally accepted standards, if your company and if your product has ISO certified, it means your product will be trusted. You will get contracts from anywhere else in the world. Your company will be highlighted as your company has certified by ISO. It means your company does follow all the guidelines. Your company ensure quality, efficiency, consistency, and the safety of the entire standard, right? So some of the examples of the popular ISO standards, such as we all are aware, ISO 14001, which deals with environmental management system. We have 9001, which deals with the quality management system. Okay, so going for the next page. Now, in this page, it's like, hold on. Have you ever wondered why ISO 45001 was introduced and who played a role in its creation? Very much important, right? Trust me, I just sat for 1 hour. I thought, if we start from the scratch, highlighting all the important question that every human will have in their mind, maybe it will take time for them to go and research. Let DB help them to come up with the accurate knowledge. So let us begin. So let us explore the history behind this groundbreaking standard. And one more thing, and after this I will check the comments. So before diving into today's topic, that it is uncovered and transforming workplace safety through the ISO guidance. So let's us take a moment to understand the history behind this standard. Number one. Number two, so the journey to ISO 45001, it began decades ago, not today, not in the year 2018. As you see, there is a standard 2018. Okay, now there is a evolution of various framework and guideline. It's like one organization had set some guidelines. Then as the year passes, a lot of new hazards, a lot of new problems have arrived. Then another organization started framing out with more robust than before. Like this, we ended up in ISO 45001. I'm going to talk about all those organizations who has contributed in our welfare and in our safety of everywhere that you are safe. So let's first explore the other standards. And also, we would like to cover what is ISO 45001, why we need ISO 45001, and how it can help an organization and what it covers. Okay, now let's start. Let's begin with predecessor standards. Over the years, various standards and frameworks have contributed to shape the occupational health and safety. So people from not today, from 1947, and the proven one we are discussing is 1996. So from that year, people are giving their best for whom to keep us safe. In order to run an organization, everyone, starting from the person who is organizing it, it means the owner, he also needs to have safety. All right, he's not a god that if he moves out with the um, unsafe workplace and the unsafe nature, then nothing will hamper him. Definitely, he will get impacted by the same way that other human being. So, starting from the owner of the company to the labor of the company, everyone we need health and safety management system. Let us talk about the first one, which is very much popular. It's a British standard. So it this standard BS 8800 established in 1996 from which organization? From British Standards Institution, which is known as BSI. So BS 8800 was a guide for occupational health and safety management system. It was a guide. It provided, now what it exactly helped us. BS 8800, it provided a voluntary guidelines for the organizations to improve workplace safety, focusing on practical approaches to managing health and safety. However, there were not such any auditable standard, meaning organization could not certify their system against this standard BS 8800. So it served as a foundation for later auditable standards like OHSAS 1801. So the first thing that we have started is with the British Standards Institution (BSI), who founded BS established sorry, who established BS 8800 in the year 1996, and it gives a voluntary guidelines, but not the auditable standard. Now, moving towards to the next standard that we will discuss, OSHA's 1801, which is established in 1999. Now, this standard was developed by the OSHA's project group. Okay, so a consortium of standardization. Now, what do we mean by consortium of standardization? It refers to a group or association of organization or institutions or entities who all collaborate to develop, to establish, and to promote a standard for a particular industry. Okay, and the certification body. OSHA's 1801, it was first widely recognized because it has auditable standard for occupational health and safety. So, with standard had the first auditable standard in order to manage occupational health and safety, OSHA's 1801, which is established in 1999. Now, what happens after that? So, OSHA's 1801 gained a global adoption for its ability to help organization identify and manage the workplace hazards and the workplace risk, while also they were ensuring the health and safety regulations of their own country. Despite their success, OSHA's 1801 was not an ISO standard, which limited its international recognition and the alignment with other ISO frameworks such as ISO 9001, ISO 14001. So there was a limitation of this standard. The limitation of this standard, that is OSHA's 1801, highlighted that we are in a dire need for a unified international standard. Unified means that most of the countries will accept, will approve, and will adopt and will start implementing. So OSHA's what was very much successful, but it did not get that international recognition, a unified recognition. After that, it comes ILO OSH. ILO, we all are aware, International Labour Organization. It is established in the year 2001. So it was a set of guidelines for workplace safety management. It emphasized the importance of creating safer workplace by promoting one of the best practices and fostering the positive health and safety culture. While highly influential, it was not an auditable standard. Again, there is a drawback that it doesn't have that auditable standard to certify the system against this standard. So instead, it served as a framework for organization to align their practices with global safety principles. After that, we got the proposal for ISO 45001. Now I'm going to discuss about the history behind it. Now it's very interesting. Let us read more about it. So after the ILO or OSA 2001, the next major development in occupational health and safety standards was the proposal and development of ISO 45001. So which was introduced to address the limitations of early standards, like some standards were too good but they didn't have the auditable standard. Excuse me. Some other standards had the auditable standards, but it was not recognized globally. So breaking down the terms, we will discuss about the first proposal in the year 2013. Now, the first proposal come recognizing the need for a unified global standard. Unified means, I repeat it, unified means most of the country will adopt, accept, and approve and look forward in working together and implementing the standard. ISO initiated the development of ISO 45001 in the year 2013 in October. So a dedicated committee called ISO slash PC 283. It was formed to oversee the creation of the standard. Now you do have a question. What is ISO slash PC 283? I did also. I did have a question also. Let us have a discussion over it. Now, this ISO PC 283 has experts over from over 70 countries representing a wide range of industrialists and regulatory bodies. Now let us discuss about what is ISO PC 283. It's very simple. We all are aware of the full form of ISO, International Organization for Standardization. Now what is PC? PC means Project Committee. Okay. Now this project committee, this PC, is a temporary group, is a temporary committee to develop a specific standard. It means this project committee, they were working for to establish and develop and to start and set the guidelines, set the auditable standard for ISO 45001. As we got to know, project committee means a temporary committee who develops and ensure the standard should work well with a unified global recognition. Okay. Now, here we have mentioned that, and also once this particular work has been done, this PC project committee is typically dissolved or transit into the permanent technical committee, that is called TC. Okay. So it gets transformed to the temporary one to the permanent one. So project committee was a temporary one to work for this standard ISO 45001. So this kind of committee is also dissolved, and even it more beyond than the expectation, it transformed to the technical committee, which is called TC. Okay, if ongoing maintenance or updates are required. Now, why we are using 283? Because this unique identifier assigned to this specific project committee. So for ISO 45001, the code was 283. All right. So that's what we understood what is ISO PC 283. So in the year 2013, ISO they have they have set a group of professionals, and as we can see, experts from over 70 countries they represented to working for the same goal. Now, ISO PC is a project I already discussed. Now, let us go in the next proposal. After 2013, what happened? After 2013, then in the year 2015 to 2017, they were drafting and reviewing the entire clauses, the standard ISO 45001. So the initial draft of ISO 45001 underwent rigorous reviews and revisions. Absolutely, because this non-governmental body, they are working for something which will be adapted and complied and implemented in different industry, in different country, and different organization will accept. So whatever they are making, they are crafting for the better future. So they underwent so many practices. They were keep on reviewing. They were keep on revising what else we could cover for the best proven practices. So the first draft, very interesting. The first draft failed to gain the approval due to disagreement over specific requirement. Then what happened? Then again, that failed draft was revised, and it is then got the approval in the year 2017. So from 2013, then it in 2017, in 4 years, they got the approval for the draft, which with the strong support from all the ISO member and the other member nations. Then launch of ISO 45001. So once the revised draft is accepted and approved, then in the year 2018, ISO 45001 was officially published in the year 2018. And on which month? March. Please note it down. On March 2018, ISO 45001 it got launched and published as the first ISO standard for occupational health and safety management system. And then it replaced OSHA's 1801, which is officially withdrawn. And then it comes transition period from the year 2018 to 2021. Because what will happen with the existing auditors who are OSHA's 1801 auditors? ISO did think about them or they did not? ISO did think about them. And here, what we have. So, organizations who were certified as the OSHA's 1801, they were given the 3 year of transition period so that they can migrate. In this 3 year of duration, they can migrate from the OSHA's 1801 to ISO 45001, and the deadline was March 11, 2021. So on 8th of March 2020, 2018, the first ISO standard published on occupational health and safety management system. And there were a transition period so that the organizations who were on OSHA's 1801, and they had a deadline that they have to come to the ISO 45001, and the deadline was 11th of March 2021. So during this period, organization, every and most of the organization were encouraged to adopt the new framework to benefit from its globally recognized structure and improvement. So, respected auditors, respected organizations owner, and respected awarding bodies, and respected everyone, whoever is attending the session, what we understood today, as I am giving you all this informational lecture about ISO 45001, and you all are becoming ISO lead auditors in different standard, who were the people or group of people whose hard earned efforts, whose contribution led us to this. So it started from 1996, and maybe definitely before 1996 also there were so many other frameworks, but these are very much popular, if I am not wrong. So all the people who ever worked for this, salute to you all. So it took from 2013 to 2018, it took 5 years to come up with what we are discussing, to come up with what you are studying in your ISO 45001 lead auditor sessions. And also, if you are owning an organization, if you are implementing ISO standards 45001, then you can do it. You are able to do it because of the people who are from 70 countries and their hard work. Thank you so much. It's a big round of applause for all the dedicated people and distinguished professionals who contributed. And for you all, we are living our life happily. People are earning, people are uh, working effectively because of the robust health and safety management system is there on the place because of you all. Thank you so much. So that's what the history of and also the birth of ISO 45001. Now, I do have a lot of discussion. Now, what is this ISO 45001? We understood ISO 45001 is a standard for occupational health and safety management system. Okay, we also know why it is needed, but still, most of the companies, or some of the companies, or the decision makers are not still aware of. I think that's why we have this session for today. If you have ISO 45001 in your system, then how it helps you, we will have a discussion. And if you have ISO 45001, then what it covers. What it covers means we're going to talk about the clauses of the ISO 45001. Before going that, I think I have received a lot of wow, so many comments, my lord. So thank you, Mr. Slamet. Thank you, Mr. Hasmat. Thank you, Mr. Aswin. How are you, sir? Thank you, Mr. Alexandra. So I will have a discussion with you all. So let me focus. I hope you all are going good. If you all are going good and you are getting enlightened with the discussion of how this ISO 45001 began and why we are discussing, so I hope you will be also very happy. Okay, Mr. Abdul, I will definitely share. So let me concentrate on the discussion first. All right, and please give me a comment that you all have understood, and just let me know that I'm going good or not, because I'll get more impression and more enthusiasm on your comments. Okay, so what we have discussed from the beginning, we discussed what is ISO, International Organization for Standardization. We have also got to know where is it ISO from. It's from Switzerland, made in established in 1947. And we have discussed about BS 8800, which is from BSI, and it didn't have the auditable standard, so it set a voluntary guideline for health and safety management system. Then we discussed about OHSAS 1801. Then we discussed about ILO OSA 2001, and then we have discussed that how from ILO OSA 2001 to ISO 45001, and then ISO 45001 started in the they were started in the year 2013. It took 5 years, and on March 8, 2018, we have got the first ISO system for the health and safety standard. Now, why this is needed? If your organization has ISO 45001 standard, how it will help you. So let us have a discussion. First of all, it's very interesting is that let's discuss more about ISO 45001. Despite the fact that we got to know it is a standard from the ISO to ensure that the occupational health and safety management system is going good, but it has more. Number one, the standard help organizations. So this is very important. People who are managing an organization, if you are a manager, if you are a director, if you are an auditor, or if you are officer, if you are a if you're a supervisor, or if you are a tutor for this auditing training, or if you are a freelancer, this is for you. This standard help an organization to identify and assess workplace risk that could lead to the injuries or illness. Now, you do have a question. Okay, so what are the system? What are the process? I am aware of a lot of process to assess risk, to identify the hazards, risk, and then the control measure. So, how ISO 45001 can help me? To do that, you have a course and we are there for you. Let us discuss more about it. So, having this standard help an organization to implement effective safety controls to mitigate those risks. Mitigate means elimination. So, there are a lot of effective ways to implement, it took, I think, more than decades to come down to a process that how a system or a standard can be seamlessly implemented. So this is this is the work of those people who work for 5 years, and now we are enjoying their standards. So it implement effective safety controls. Third, it encourage and foster a good culture of health and safety. It comply with all the legal and the regulatory requirements related to occupational health and safety, and it drive a continuous improvement. Let's say today you have reviewed whatever process are going on. Can you give me an assurance that in the next second after the review, in the next second, all the things will be same? No, nothing is permanent, and most of the things are unpredicted. At the same time, or on the next second, something can go wrong. So we always need to know the process, the policy, the procedure, and what kind of abilities we need from people to keep the process continual improvement, to keep the process improved continually, so that we don't be static. Static means stable at a one position, because hazards, risk are not static. If you have identified one hazard category or a type of hazard today, tomorrow you will have a different types of hazard. So nothing is static. So the improvement should not also be static. It should keep on growing and growing and growing. Okay. Next, why ISO 45001 is needed. It's very important for the organization and for everyone watching it now. ISO 45001, it addresses a very critical global need. Repeating it once again, it addresses a critical global need, because every section, everywhere, we need health and safety. Even if you walk, you need to know the safety measures. You need to know how you should walk, right? Hazards are everywhere. Risk can be everywhere. But if you do not have the knowledge how to identify the problem and look forward in protecting you or preventing the problem from you, you need to have the knowledge on health and safety. But the people who work for health and safety, they should know more because they have studied on this standard. So to enhance, excuse me, to enhance and to improvise your knowledge, you always need to keep on studying, keep on educating. Because do you know what? The profession that you are working for is just nothing. but you are not serving for your company only. You are serving for yourself also, because the position that you are upholding now is all about saving, not saving. It's all about saf, right? You have to save. We are saving people, correct? So this ISO 45001 standard we need because it unifies practices globally. It means previous standards like OHSAS 1801, BS 8800, ILO OHSAS 2001 lacked universal recognition. It means 70 countries or most of the countries they have not accepted. But this ISO 45001 has been accepted by most of the countries. And also the integration. And another fact is very amazing how you will integrate. That's an amazing discussion. That's an amazing subject. It will take hours to talk more about how you can integrate a standard or a system. Okay. So ISO 45001 breaches these gaps by creating a global accepted standard. So anyhow, there was a gap. Okay. Like it was not meeting the global recognition, like global acceptance. But once the ISO 45001 comes, it made a bridge. All people can walk on it. Next is prevent workplace injuries and fatalities. Thousands of, repeating it once again, there are two types of death. Preventable, it means a death can be prevented, and unpreventable, a death which cannot be prevented. Correct. Now, the moment I said death can be prevented, how? If you are aware what you should do and what not. If your organization is aware to whom they should assign the work, what are the equipments, what are the safety, what are the requirement to be complied. If they are aware, they will do everything. And apart from all of this, natural disasters we don't have, but not every time we are experiencing natural disasters, right? Not every day you are witnessing natural disasters. So there are so many injuries, and it's not me who am claiming. Go to the Google report and check, do the research. You will see a lot of deaths or injury or anything, even a slight scratch can also be prevented if your company is competent and if you are competent when it comes to work. So no one is competent when they take the birth or since their childhood they are competent. We become competent by our practice, educating ourselves, knowing all the systems on place, knowing the do's and don'ts, knowing the limitations, knowing the prohibitions, knowing the restriction, and knowing your limit. I think we can prevent ourselves from any sort of problems such as injuries, admission to the hospital, or catastrophic. Number three, it enhances organizational accountability. So many people are aware about accountability, but another interesting fact comes when you are an accountable person, you cannot delegate. It means you are answerable for whatever happens, you are responsible for whatever happens, and you have take the ownership of your responsibility, and you have accepted your responsibility. Then it comes accountability. This all is equal to accountability. So when you own your responsibility, accept your responsibility, then you are automatically answerable for if anything happens, correct? So by requiring leadership involvement, so I guess the 45,001 is so interesting because if you are a manager, ISO 45,001 can tell you how to be more better manager than before. If you are the director, how to be the better director than before, right? So I think after this session, you should go. If you want the PDF from my side, please, I will give you and do research more because you are not going to help me. Maybe you will bless me, but you are going to help yourself and the people who are working for you and who are working under you and the people who are working with you. Correct. So knowing your responsibilities and how much you are a leader. Even if you are a laborer, you are also a leader. Okay, you are a inspirational leader if you work perfectly, effectively, and looking forward to comply all the requirement, looking forward to do more better than before. You are a leader because you are leading yourself. Okay, if you are not leading anyone else, but if you're leading yourself, you are a leader for yourself. Nobody needs to give you a position or a tagline or a title. You are a leader. So we all are leader. If your friends, if your boss, if your colleagues is not telling you you are a leader, doesn't matter. If you lead yourself, if you know your limitation, if you know what you need to do and what not, and why you should look forward in, keep on uh, educating yourself more so that you can educate others, you are a leader. All right. And also, this is very important, modern challenges. So this ISO 45001 we need because the clauses also define how you can deal and face and overcome from the modern challenges. So it considers a physical kind of problems which hampers a lot of people, and then still we need a system on the place to fight with. Now, how ISO 45001 helps an organization? So number one is risk reduction. What is risk? Combination of likelihood and consequences, correct? It's very easy to define the definition of it because we can learn easily. Risk is the combination of likelihood and consequences. But did we understand the definition of it? So, any situation where we can see that it has a presence of hazardous event, then we come down to more calculation. So risk is all about calculation. Risk is not about you are just predicting that this can be go wrong or this cannot be go wrong. So risk is also about calculation because we are also introduced to quantitative risk assessment. Previously we had qualitative, where people used to give a prediction like the risk is high, the risk is medium, the risk is low. Now we need to do the risk matrix. Now we have some calculations, correct? It really helps with the clarity. How much with the clarity you say that there is a risk? So we need to show to the boss, and boss also needs to know why and how did he calculate to come up with this concept, to come up with this result, right? So in ISO 45001, we focus more on providing knowledge on how you should deal with the risk. Firstly, how you will understand what is risk, where is risk, how to understand that this is a risk. If is the presence of pain is a risk, it can be a risk if certain situations are occurred, then it can be also a risk. Okay, and presence of pain can be also a risk, and this pain can also become a hazard. It depends. So we have to identify. Next is compliance. Definitely, if your company is having ISO 45001 system on place, then you are complying the legal requirement. Number three, if everybody and if your boss or if your company knows about the ISO 45001 and its clauses and how it manages health and safety, then it is simultaneously improving the culture of health and safety. Now, the culture of health and safety means the shared attitude, behavior, and belief from the work, correct? How did you say? And how they took your word, and how they are responding back to you, how they are behaving on your policy, how they are showing their attitude, how they are walking, and their belief on you is culture, right? A shared attitude, belief, value, and behavior on something or on someone. Now, once an organization has ISO 45001, definitely there will be an improved in the safety culture. People, I really want people should work with a smile. Okay, it doesn't cost much. It just costs you to give a little bit energy to your lips and smile. So I have seen, because I do not have a construction company, but I have a training provider where we train. But not all the members who are working for DBHS International, they all are training. There are people who are working at backhand. So they are not exposed to the construction, but they are exposed to the same ethic, the same culture as a working in on an organization. I always tell my people, if you have made a mistake, accept and smile, and don't tell me that, oh, I made a mistake, I feel so demotivated. Every humans do make mistake. So you, and you can, but make sure you have the ability to accept, bring a smile in your face and the others, and proceed. Correct? That's how we can improve safety culture. And how you can understand that your company's safety culture is improving, when the accident rates will be less, near miss rates will be less, absenteeism rates will be less, sickness rates will be less. People are not complaining about the company or anyone. That it means everybody is everybody is sharing their common and shared attitude, behavior, belief, and value towards health and safety, and thus your company's health and safety is improving and growing in a better world. Next is efficiency and integration. Now, ISO has HLS, high level structure. You can please note it down. HLS, high level structure. ISO aligns with HLS, which enables seamless integration with the other standards like 9001, 14001. Integration means when you are a company owner or when you are a manager, or you have the accountability to integrate the system or the standard of ISO 45001, you will be looking forward what I do, how I will comply the government rules and regulations, and how I can help everyone. So ISO 45001 has a seamless process. So don't worry, you just need to go through it. Okay. Next, definitely, if your company is ISO certified, you're getting a global recognition. Every company from different parts of the world will have a trust from your company. As DVHS International is ISO 9001 certified company, it means somehow, even if you have not interacted with me, if you have not visited our website, just heard about, okay, DBHS International, and you got to know this company is ISO 9001 certified, 1% at least you will have a confidence that this company has some quality. Why? Because of the global awareness of ISO. Correct. Now, it ensures for the continuous improvement. All right. So this is how ISO 45001 helps an organization. Now, what it covers, definitely you have heard about. Definitely, most of the people have will start learning from class number 4 to 10, but to my trainers and to me myself, when I used to train and when I train now, and anyone who ever wants to train and whoever trains, it is my humble request, please, I know that you all start from the clause 1, but every clauses are very important. Every clause, every word, every process, every system, every policy that ISO 45001 has, this is the hard work of those people from 70 countries who worked for this. That is why we can read today. So do not, repeating it, do not skip a single word, because the word that you are reading is the word of those people who worked for so many years for the standard that we are working, implementing, and managing and promoting for. Correct. Now, ISO 45001 follows HLS, High Structure Level of Health and Safety Management System. Now they have organized 10 clauses as the other standards have. Number one starts with scope. It's very important. Define it. Now, the first clause defines the standards applicability to the occupational health and safety. Why, the reason, the use, the benefits, and the compliance standard, the recognition, the demand. You will have this awareness from the scope 1. Scope 2, don't skip normative references. Now, In that scope too, there will be a list, and there are lists of supporting documents relevant to the standard. So you will get to see a lot of documents which is related to occupational health and safety. That's normative references. Number three, please click on every reference and see, okay, because we are working to save you, your friend, anyone working at your workplace, the assets, the equipments, the costly and expensive premises, and everything. So please check, visit every references. It will just take 2 or 3 minutes. Okay. Number three, terms and condition. It is my humble request. I did skip this clause three, and then when the exam comes, I was like, if I could have gone through the terms and condition today, I could have I could have given my best in solving the scenario. So when I did a mistake, I don't want you to do a mistake. So please just learn and understand why this term and why this definition is. Okay. Read all the terms and conditions, terms and definitions related to ISO 45001. And then we start with clause number four, context of the organization, where it will help you to know what it requires in understanding for the internal and external factors affecting the workplace safety. Then you will get to know about how to be more, um, what is that, more brilliant and a wonderful leader who leads not only the people, but they also leads them to happy life, a better life. Not salvation, but a better life. Number six, planning. You will get to know that what are the plannings required relevant to the standard. Number seven, support. It ensures the necessary measures. You need to have it, you need to take it. The communication required, the resources that you need from your company, and the training for the effective communication and the implementation. Number eight, operation. It will have the detailed control, like what are the operational control, emergency preparedness, very important. Health and safety has also play a critical role when it comes to saving the people when there is an emergency. Okay, so ISO 45001 will also make you a master that what you should do, how your company should deal with the emergency situation. Number nine, performance evolution. Evolution. What do we mean by this? Evolution consists of monitoring, measuring, and reviewing in a nutshell. Okay, evolution means first you are monitoring. Okay, then you are recording. Sorry, you are documenting all the things that you have monitored, and then you are reviewing. Okay, sorry. Then you are measuring it. It means you're comparing whether the standard have met with the requirements or not, and then you review, and then we go for the audit and the etc. But in order to understand and make others understand, when you say please evaluate their process, it means you want that person to check, to document the evidences, to record everything, to measure with the set guidelines, and then if something goes wrong, or if something didn't click, or if any standard of any process did not meet with the requirement, we have to do what? We have to do review, and then we need to amend it properly. Correct? So that's what we will discuss on the performance evaluation on the training days. And number 10 is all about improvement. So there are a lot of strategies, a lot of reasons to improve. So when we talk with evidence, when we talk with factual and strong evidences, it automatically brings a faith that yes, I need to work on the improvement, because I know if I work for the improvement, I will have benefits. Trust me, every human, we are selfish. Okay, no one say that we are not selfish. Selfish means definitely if somebody is hurting me, if I'm not selfish, what I will do, okay, keep on hurting me, but nobody will do that. Okay, just a small example that I'm giving you to you now. So if somebody is hurting us, we will definitely stop them, because we are selfish, we love us. And if you don't want to love yourself, your body loves you and the soul. So in a this is psychology. Okay, So when you know that if you proceed for the improvement, then you will have benefits. Definitely, every one of us, the session, my efforts, their efforts to establish the ISO 45001 standard is for what? For our benefits, nothing else. It's not for your negativity or for your loss, but it's for your benefit. So it's very wrong concept that what I will do if I read all the word in, from the book, I just need specific thing to read. I'm very much busy. You never know. While reading the full book or the full concept, the full syllabus, if you are not skipping a one word, anyhow, God knows, but you may come to a certain belief or system or a concept that you never knew and you can implement. So anything can happen, but only if you gather more knowledge. If you think that my knowledge is wonderful, but then again it comes you work for 14 to 15 hours a day, right? It's very easy for me to tell if I'm working in construction area for 15 to 16 hours a day. Maybe you are thinking, I would see that how often you read. I know this thing. I know this. That's why we, as a training provider, we have customized a mobile training. Mobile training means where we are requesting you to just give us 10 minutes from your busy schedule. Because if you are paying us because of what? You have a trust. Everything is online. You are paying us for a course. If you are paying for ISO 45001, you have a trust that these people will help me in accomplishing my course. But what do we think? Do you know? We think if we help them to accomplish the course, what is our benefit? It means our benefits, the educational institutes must have this thing in their mind. Our benefits will be only when you can do exactly what you have learned and what we taught to you. When you implement these strategies, remembering, okay, my trainer or this DBHSC helped me to understand and now I'm implementing it, then we have a victory, then we have a benefit, and then we have a blessing. So we, the training provider, we cannot go to your site and tell you, please read this and that. We can't do that. So it is our accountability to share you, to help you to customize your time management, your course fee management in such a way that you can study, learn, even if you're working for 15 hours a day, correct? Because at some time, at least we spend 15 minutes in our phone watching the shorts or the reels, right? So we can give 15 minutes to our study. And when you have people like us who are always giving you motivation, we are just one text away. If you have any questions, please get back to us. We will respond to you if it is not immediately, but quickly. So we have understood about ISO 45001, what it covers. So we have discussed about what is ISO 45001. We discussed about why we need and what it helps in an organization. And also we discussed about what it covers, correct? So before I go, let me just check the comments. So my people, everything is going good. You all are watching. I do not know how many people are watching this because this is from a third party app. I'll check later after completion. So if you all are attending my session, just give me a thumbs up reactions. I'll be more happy because I was not checking out the screen. And I hope that people are attending. I have got so many comments. MashaAllah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, going for the next is the real discussion for today. ISO is an auditing course? How many of you have this question? Even when I was searching to do or to become an auditor, because I tried all the possible ways. I thought I want to become an auditor, I want to become a teacher, I want to become a safety manager, I want to become this and that. I tried all the ways. That's why in every subject I can come and share my insights because I studied everything one word by word because I don't want anything to be left. If I don't have the knowledge, then how will I train? And if I cannot train, then why will I get employed? So, another interesting question. My question to you is, do you think ISO 45001 is a course? If you think that, Yeah, I heard it. It's a course. Then what is it? Let me help you. ISO 45001. ISO 45001. It is not a course, it is a standard. But ISO 45001 2018, when this two word comes, lead auditor course, then it's a course. I have more information insights about it. No, so ISO 45001 is not an auditing course. It is an international standard for OHSMS. It provides organization with a framework to work and set guidelines and all the clauses. However, organization can use the standard to conduct internal or external audit, and the people who has to learn how to audit based on ISO 45001, then there is a course comes. Okay, then there is a course come. It means individual who wants to become an auditor. Okay, and as most of the companies are accepting, I think nearly most of the countries now accepting ISO audits. So when it's ISO audit and when you are auditing occupational health and safety management system, then you need to know more about, and there must be a course. So ISO 45001 is not a course, it's a standard. But ISO 45001 2018 lead auditor is a course for an individual to know more about the auditing techniques, auditing skills, implementation, integration practices, principles, processes, how to assess, how to give observation, how to interview, and how to improve continuously to an organization. Okay, so the confusion arises because ISO 45001 2018 lead auditor course are available, which are training programs. We will also talk about how ISO 45001 2018 lead auditor course will help you. Now, what we used to do, we used to come up with, okay, we are providing 5 days of training, we are giving you this resources. Then I thought, is it going to be very convincing for the people just to, if we highlight that number, these are this is the days that we are training, these are the facilities. But if I am a student, then what I would find from that particular concept, that exactly if I study, then how I can help my company. Even I am the external auditor or internal auditor, what sort of knowledge I will get. I understood that DBHSC provides good amount of resources, they are popular, but with their training, how I can help my company or why company will hire me? Very wise question, huh? So I was thinking the same, and now let me give you an explanation on it. Okay, okay. Before we dive into the discussion, that what you can do if you are a student of, and if you have completed ISO 45001 2018 lead auditor course. Before we go to that, let us have a difference between ISO 45001 and ISO 45001 lead auditor course. So, what is it? ISO 45001 is a standard, and that's a training program for individuals to learn how to audit the organization. Okay, we don't audit a process, but we audit the management system. We inspect a process. When it comes to the auditing, we check the management system first, that what policy we have, that we need to implement this process before we check the process. Purpose, the purpose of ISO 45001 is to help organization to establish health and safety management system. And the purpose of the lead auditor course is to train. What is our purpose? Just to earn money by having students? No. our our purpose is to train you so that you can train others and you can lead the auditing team. You can audit every process, every procedure, every policy, and every people at work site. Please note it down. We audit 4P. What is that? Repeating it once again. We audit 4P. 4P means we audit people, we audit process, we audit policy, we audit procedure. So we audit everything. Target audience. Now, who is our target audience for ISO 45001 and ISO 45001 lead course? Target audience is the organizations, obviously, for the ISO 45001. But when it comes to the lead auditor, the target audience, like those who are auditors, consultants, and the safety professionals. Outcome. Now, if you go through the ISO 45001, you can improve the workplace safety and the compliance. And if you go forward in learning ISO 45001 lead auditor course, you will have all the knowledge how to audit, and with the help of Exemplar Global, recognition, facility, and determination to help people like us, Exemplar Global will make sure your certificate is eligible to apply for the certification schemes. It means if you want to become a certified lead auditor on occupational health and safety management system, you need to have the training course from the prestigious awarding body who are approved to certify. Correct. So we will have a discussion on this. So ISO standards are internationally agreed by experts. Think of them as a formula. Okay. So if any organization doesn't want to have ISO 45001, then just a single question from my side. If you don't want to have this system on your company, then why this plethora of organizations, numerous people are looking forward to implement and to have it? Look for it. Next. What happens after you complete the ISO Lead Auditor course? Isn't it exciting? I think it is very exciting, right? Because I'm not going to talk about the basic thing, that the number of days training we provide, whatever we have done. I thought let us come to a very enlightening session. Number one, first of all, now let me introduce what our awarding body is doing it for you all and for us. First of all, as I said, DBHS International provides ISO lead auditor courses on 14 standards regulated and awarded by Exemplar Global. Another question you can have in your mind: why did DBHSC choose to become the approved center of Exemplar Global? Because of these evidences. Find out an awarding body who are helping and I would say encouraging and giving this much of facilities. I am not comparing, but I am showcasing what our awarding body is providing, and I have not found out from anyone. So why will I not get the approval, right? We have trained people who are tainted from 45 countries, and I believe you are the next. So, firstly, if you are completing ISO 45001 lead auditor course, the first thing that you will get is you will get a email from the Exemplar Global with a digital badge. Isn't it exciting? Isn't it a token of appreciation from the awarding body? Salute to the Exemplar Global team mates. Thank you so much, mates. Because of the Exemplar Global team members, people like us and people like the individuals who are studying, we are getting this much of facilities. So definitely it's a proud moment. So when you complete ISO 45001 or when you get registered by our site, you will get a mail along with a digital badge. All right. Once you, I will share the PDF, you can all go through. So with the registration of your ISO 45001 or 9000 or food safety management or any course that we are approved, and if you are doing with DBHS International, once you're registered, you will have a mail confirmation registered mail from Exemplar Global along with a digital badge. Next, again, a very humble facility from Exemplar Global. Not only you are having a digital badge on your successful registration for your course with DBHSC, you can also download a certificate as a token of appreciation, hard work, dedication, and the hard work that you are doing for yourself. Despite the fact you work often, like you work around the clock, but still you are investing your time, your effort, your money to complete the ISO Lead Auditor course. Exemplar Global is providing you a graduate certificate as a complimentary so that you can boost and get more global recognition around the globe. So once you get registered, you will have a portal access from where you can download the graduate certificate. I have also highlighted the sample certificate. All right. Now, next going to the next. The next will be again very exciting because Exemplar Global is all about a full of resources that they want to give to the registered participants. Not only you will get a digital badge if you start doing ISO lead auditor course on any standard that you want with DBHSC, they are also giving you a portal access for 12 months. All right. So you will have a portal access for 12 months where you can do the networking. You will be a part of thousands of auditors in the Exemplar Global community, where you can, where you can build relationship with experienced auditors, where you can collaborate with the experts who can share insights, offer guidance to you, and help you advance your career. And you can exchange knowledge with the experts who are in that standard. So it is not just like you are doing course with DBHSC, you will get 5 days of training and the study materials, you will have the exam, you have to pass the exam and you will get the certificate, tata bye bye. No, you are getting a whole forum of Exemplar Global and its community so that you can do a lot of marketing, sorry, a lot of networking, right? Number two, then it is access to the effective and unique DBHSC learning platform. We have discussed about the Exemplar Global facility. Now also discuss about what we are providing in terms of training. Number one, we have an expert-led training. It means all the tutors at DBHS International, we first take the practical experience, convert to the theoretical discussion, and then we collab with practical and theory, and we come down to a certain way of explaining so that if you listen today, you can demonstrate tomorrow. That's what every institute should do, and I believe everyone is doing that. Correct. Because it's all about health and safety. If you should not learn just to pass the exam. This is not your academics or your university progression to get the degree. You are pursuing this course to help, to save, to create, and to foster all the good knowledge that you have learned from this course. That's why the tutors are more into how you can apply this knowledge to your work field. Number two, comprehensive learning resources. We don't provide just the ISO 45001 standard book where all the clauses are mentioned. You should know because it is all about lead auditor training. You should know how to lead the team of auditors. What are the steps of audit, techniques of audit, on-site audit, evaluation skills, what are the reports you need, what are the documents you need, who you need, and which group of people you need, how you can interview with the workers and the other people. Everything we discuss, and we provide, I think, more than 7 to 6 study materials. It's not only one based, not only the comprehensive guide to the audit, but there are so many other materials that we provide that we have customized because we want to be the best auditor. And remember, when you are an auditor, you have more responsibility than a risk assessor, if I'm not wrong, correct? Number three, additional free training. Absolutely. DBHS is all about whoever is already in our group, they are aware. Okay. They wake up with DBHS's resources because we are not always promoting our course. We are always giving opportunity to attain the course because it's very simple. We don't want you to trust DBHSC because you visited the DBHSC website, you visit the any other LinkedIn or Facebook platforms because you have interacted with any of the admins, but we want you to attain for what you are paying for. I think that's a wise business. Okay. If you're not satisfied with the training, with the resources, no need. But till date, we have trained 17,000 students, attained from 95 plus countries. We are humble and we are very much happy because of your support. We need more so that we can support you more. Number four, unlimited access to the materials. Yes, every day we are sharing a lot of PDFs, a lot of articles. We are starting our day with a good morning quotes, at least so that if when you wake up, you just don't see the course that we are promoting. You do this, I use a whatever 1001, do that. No, 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 we don't want to be. It's already done. This tradition to promote the courses is done. I don't think professionals like you want to be in the group where a group is always promoting about the service. Even if I'm in your position, I will not there in that group. So I thought, why don't we start up with providing so much of resources so that at least we can get something from you all. So that's what we are providing when you are doing a course with us, especially any course in occupational health and safety, any course in ISO lead auditor. We are looking forward to provide more and more, right? And whoever has completed the course with DBHS, they are aware. And another exciting fact is that not with every awarding body, if you complete ISO 45001, you can apply for becoming a certified lead auditor. But with the Exemplar Global certification from DBHSC as their training provider, you can apply for becoming a certified lead auditor on occupational health and safety management system. This is how the certificate looks like. Our one of the most favorite candidate, Mr. Morlai. So Morlai, sorry. So he has completed, and that's why he gave me this approval that please share it. So that's why I'm sharing with you all. It's a proven fact, and this is a certificate of certified lead auditor. So after completing the course, you are eligible. Not with every course you are eligible to become a certified auditor or a master auditor or an auditor or a lead auditor. Sorry, the process will be like an auditor, lead auditor, and then master auditor. Sorry for that. So you can conduct third party certification if you are a certified lead auditor, correct? No one, no, if you want to conduct third party audit for a certification in big organization, you need to be certified one, or else they will not pass out the vendor. They will not select you as a contractor. They will not select you as their auditor, external one. So if you are a certified, definitely it will help. But still not having certification, but you are getting the auditor to audit to conduct the third party certification audit. Bravo, it's good. Next is you can apply for becoming a lead auditor role in any company, big companies, anywhere else in the world with Exemplar Global. I use the lead auditor course. And then definitely when you showcase with your badge, because with the certification, you will also get a badge, a certified lead auditor. And we have LinkedIn. Kudos to all the members of LinkedIn. Because of the LinkedIn, we are now, right? Because of the LinkedIn platform, we can interact with each other. I can come down, I can share my insights. So, thank you, LinkedIn, for creating an opportunity for professionals like us so that we can grow our business and help each other, right? So, definitely, when you share your achievement with the LinkedIn profile and whomever you are connected with, everyone will give you appreciation. You never know that if a company is looking forward to recruit a certified lead auditor and then your your achievement pops up and you get hired, you never know, anything can happen, correct? Next, from learning to leading. Wow. From learning as a student to leading the organization. Can you do that? Yes, with the help of ISO 45001 lead auditor training course, definitely you can do that. So, because you will be competent, right? What is the meaning of competency? Because I have repeated so many times. Competency. Let me give you a little bit clarity on competency. Competency means knowledge, experience, skills, and ability or authority. So if you are knowledgeable, if you are skillful, if you have the experience, and if you have the ability to perform something, you are a competent man or woman. So, what sort of competency you will get? Before I start with this, let me just take the comments. Can you provide this recording video link on my mail ID, Mr. Rohit? You don't need to worry about. I will upload this on YouTube, so I will share the link. You will get it. Thank you so much, sir, and please share it. Okay, I'll do that. So whoever is attending now, I do not know how many of you are attending. So you all are looking forward to the next one, right? So if you complete this course, then you can do what? We will have a discussion. It's very exciting because when I was preparing these slides, I thought this is what I wanted when I was looking forward to complete a course, and that's what it is. So if you complete this ISO 45001 lead auditor, then you will have the understanding and implementation guide. So you can apply the principles and the requirements of ISO 45001 to establish a robust occupational health and safety in any organization. Repeating it, in any organization, because you are competent and you have the knowledge. So you can apply the principle that you have learned from the ISO 45001, and you can help any organization to have a robust occupational health safety management system. Number two, you can identify and address workplace hazards, ensuring a safer environment for employees. First of all, there are so many categories of hazard. There are types of hazard. How many of you are aware? Safety hazard, non-safety hazard. Okay, and then we go for so many categories of hazard. We have a occupational hazard. We have this hazard, that hazard, environmental hazard, biological hazard, chemical hazard, physical hazard. So many. Okay, so you should know about all the categories and types of hazard. You should. Okay, I was sorry. I think I said a wrong one. There is a health hazard and there is a safety hazard. Okay, just got reminded. So that happens. So when you RLA, read, learn, and adopt, if you mistake, then immediately your brain will tell you, no, 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 no. It's not non-safety. That will be health hazard and safety hazard. The two types of hazard. Sorry for it. Next is and health hazard has all these categories like biological hazard, chemical hazard, and physical hazard, environmental hazard, ergonomical hazard, etc. etc. Okay, so throughout the course, when you will start attaining the course, throughout the course, excuse me, every aspect of ISO 45001, such as principles, process, policy, technique, will be thoroughly explained to you. Okay, next. Next one is lead and drive safety initiatives. So, through the training of DBHS International, you will be taught how to develop and implement effective safety programs, which will reduce incident and improve employee well-being. But do you know what we do? We also we also explain what is incident, because incident is unplanned, unwanted, unpredicted, hazardous event which could have caused or which already had caused damage or loss of property. So incident has two types: accident and near miss. So near miss is a type of an incident which could have caused but did not. An accident is a type of an incident which already has caused harm, injury, damage, or loss of property. So make sure when you're using something which already gone wrong, went wrong, then is accident. Something which could have but didn't affect anything to you, it's a near miss. So we say incident. Okay. So incident and accident is not same, but accident is a type of incident. Okay. So this course will explain the techniques. Very important. There's so many techniques. Okay, this course will explain you the techniques to engage leadership. Leadership is not about holding PhD or you have to be the owner of the company. Leadership is all about how wonderfully you are making your team work and achieving the objectives set by you or your company. That's leadership. Okay. So we have so many objectives in leadership. So it covers all of it. Next. Next is conduct and support audit. Because an auditor should be very, very smart And you should have smart objectives when it comes to the auditing, because an auditor has to look forward that I am not here to save this manager or to save that engineer. I am here to identify all the problems and submit to the company, because that's what I'm getting paid for. I'm not here to make interpersonal relationship or to solve any issues. If someone has made a mistake, it's a mistake by him. No one should blame for his mistake, even though he's the boss or manager or labor, whoever. So if you are an auditor, please make sure you are not going to be like, you are not under the influence of anyone. If you see anything, report and document accurately, because I never have done that. I have seen so many things are going wrong. I have immediately raised my voice, because we are not politicians in the company, we are worker, right? We are the employees of company, and the owner has trusted us the way I trust my employees. When I was an employee, I used to think my employer also has trusted me. That is why he's paying me. And if I see something is going on ridiculous, and I have read from my book, I read from my tutor, the roles and responsibility of a worker. The first role and responsibility as per the ILO, what it says, take reasonable care of yourself and others. Point number 4, report any ill health or anything or any incident that you see in front of you. So same like if you are an auditor, do exactly and report exactly what you see, because the company who trusted you as their internal or external auditor, he wants to know the problems, the gaps to fill in, and he also wants to know your observation. That is why you are the auditor. And to do that, you need to do this course, ISO 45001 Lead Auditor Course. And that is the reason we are here, your friend, your instructor, your facilitator, your tutor, your motivator, to guide you. Correct? So you will also learn how to prepare organizations for external audit, ensuring smooth certification process. Who does this ISO? Now, it's very simple. A company wants to become an ISO 9001 certified. So there must be someone who will check everything. Who is that? He is that ISO certified lead auditor on QMS, quality management system. So he has definitely completed QMS. That's why he became, or he got that position to check for the certification process of any other organization. Not only that, and auditors have to have knowledge on the legal requirement of that particular state, because every country has their own governing law. Correct. So they must have the knowledge. This course will help them to cover how to help organization comply the legal and regulatory safety requirements. That is why we are getting paid for. Correct. Because your boss or whoever has recruited you, it is not his responsibility to do what you should do, and that is what he recruited you. So if you do your work exactly, then he must be very free and happy. He will look forward in promoting you. He will look forward in giving promotions to you. He will look forward in increasing the salary of yours, and he will look forward in retaining and sustaining you. So if you know your job perfectly and look forward in helping your organization will help you to grow more and within the company. So you will be trained to monitor compliance processes and ensure ongoing alignment with safety standards. Next, drive continuous improvement, because once you take the course ISO 45001 Lead Auditor, you will learn how to track, measure, and refine safety practices. It's not a cup of tea. When an auditor gives their observation, like this is what I observed, and when they give their recommendation, not all the recommendations of the auditor are accepted, because then it comes the financial background, but still the recommendations are must, like the recommendations are very important, right? So in because it also depends on how you're writing. You will not give a verbal note. In health and safety there is nothing in not only health and safety, even if you go in court, law doesn't believe on verbal communication. A law believes in written communication. So if you have something in evidence in written note, you get caught. Correct. Same way, when you are giving recommendation, you need to know how to frame with the legal point and with the benefic and with with the points which will highlight that if they do exactly that the auditor is recommending, the company will be in benefits. Every company will look forward in approving your recommendation if they see that your report has a lot of benefits for them. It's very simple. Everybody wants to get the benefits. So if we have this kind of attitude, benefiting others, there will be a day or on the second that body, sorry, that person or that organization will look forward in helping you, and if they don't help you, others will help you. That's the nature of, and that's the law. That's how nature works. Okay, so you should know why I'm saying this, because it's not like drive continuous improvement. How you will drive, I'm talking about how. You can't drive by this saying. You have to drive the company in a continuous process of improvement through also your observations in a written format. So make sure your communication, written communication, is so absolute with the facts, evidences, and a points of benefits. Your recommendation will be saluted, if I'm not wrong. Next, protect and safety company. So training will explain you how to identify the risk and the implement preventive measures to save the organization from costly incident, workplace injuries, and downtime. See, we are all aware of this, but somehow if our report has that much of wealthy word, convincing words, and impressive words, words which is on like words which is about helping the company, company will help, company will do exactly what you are saying, because everybody wants to save and protect themselves, correct? And that's why we are here, the auditors, because I do audit on my own organization. Whatever I do, I do it for to benefit me and my company. Because here in DBHS International, I am the lead auditor. So I have to audit everything. Why? Why am auditing? And if I am auditing, we get okay, I've got the report. What happens? Nothing will happen. It's my company. Then I'm in loss. Same way, and this same psychology works in the other company's owner who recruits internal or external auditor, because they also want benefits from your recommendation, from your observation, and from your identification, correct? So advance your career and credentials through our training. Definitely you can advance your career, because when you have this much of wealthy words and the proper guidance, you know what exactly you need to do, correct? Now you are not in college, you are not in school, you are not in university, you are in the practical world. In the practical world, you need to know exactly what you need to know to do and perform your work and complete your task, if I am not wrong. Through training and the way we are crafting, no one can stop you from becoming a great HSC auditor and a professional. Having said that, it's a time to wrap up the presentation. All right. But before we wrap up, I definitely gonna check the comment. And so this presentation is about DBHS International's commitment to empowering you with the knowledge and tools that you need to understand the history, concept, and benefits and evolution of 45001. I'll give this page to you all when I will share the PDF so that you can all learn. And yes, if you all say, please do it, I will upload this from my LinkedIn account. So anyone can repost and download and you can do anything. Okay. So having said that, it's a time to go out. Oh my God, I am. Though it still is 11-degree outside. I'm not feeling shivering, but yeah, I'm doing good. IRCA and it's very simple, Mr. Abdul. IRCA is from the UK and Exemplar Global is from the USA. Both they have the approval to certify the individuals. Okay, Now, you need to just check and compare which awarding body is giving me the same facility. First of all, ISO, they do not certify either Exemplar Global or either IRCA. Okay, it's the registered body in the USA. We have ANSI who certify and accredited Exemplar Global to accredited others providers and certify the lead auditors. Okay, so very simple, but I have found Exemplar Global is providing more opportunities because at the end of the day, it is the training provider who will provide the training. Neither IRCA is going to provide the training, nor the Exemplar Global, but their approved and trusted providers is going to provide the training. You can take the training from anywhere else in the world. The standard is same. That is ISO 45001. We all are following ISO 45001. And then what comes to compare that how well I can understand if I choose them. So definitely, I'm not going to say we are the best training provider, but we will definitely say we work all around the clock. We do have a global reach. People from so many countries are studying with us. You can take a chance with the DBHS International, and then you will have the outcome. So, before we end up, if there is anyone who has to say something, and I do not know how many of you are watching still, but I think it's 1 hour 46 minutes. It's too good, and most of you have attended my session. Thank you so much because I have been preparing these slides since 7 a.m. Then I had to manage all the work up, and I think that I did help you also. What did we learn today? We started with the birth of ISO 45001. We discussed about what is ISO. We discussed about how this and how who are the organization who started providing the voluntary guidelines, but not the auditable standard. Then we got to know that in the 2013, the ISO, the first phase of the ISO 45001. Then there was a draft and review from 2013 to 2015, and then sorry 2017, and then it comes in 2018, 8th of March. We got the first sorry yeah we got the first standard for occupational health and safety from the ISO. Then we also discussed about the transition period. Yeah, we also discussed about the transition period, that who were the organizations who were into the OHSAS 1801. They were given time period. I think it's 11th of March 2021. So 3 years of time period they have given. Then we talked about why we need ISO, why organization needs ISO, how ISO helps an organization, and what it covers. It means we discuss about the 10 clauses starting from the scope to the continuous improvement. Then we discussed about the competencies that you will gain once you have completed ISO Lead Auditor course. We discussed about the amazing facility of Exemplar Global, giving you the eligibility to apply for a certified lead auditor, giving you a digital badge from through the email, giving you a portal access where you can do the networkings, where you can attend a lot of webinars, read the articles, get the jobs. You can find out a lot of job opportunities, and also you can download the graduate certificate. And then we discuss about what DBHS is doing and trying to do for you. And then I have to say tata, bye bye to you all. Thank you so much. Please do comments whatever you want, and DBHSC and the team members of DBHSC is just a text away. We do sleep for a couple of hours, but we do work for maximum hours in 24 hours. Thank you so much, everybody. And remember one thing that I said: do not skip a word. Whatever we are doing, whatever we have been taught to do, and from if you are earning through ISO 45001, either you are a training provider, or you are a tutor, or you are an auditor, we are getting paid, and we are getting this kind of opportunity for getting the investment because of those hard people, because of those people from 70 countries who worked for this standard for 5 years. So salute their patience, their hard work. That's why do not skip a word. You never know that how and what you need to know exactly to craft your future in a more better way. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you all again, and let me know what else topic you want to come up with. And yes, most of you have voted for risk management. I will come. The next slide will be risk management strategies. Whatever strategies I have implemented through my managers who have learned from DBHSC, they all are successful. So I'm going to talk about those. Also, going to point out those important factors which we should not do when we are at work and what we should do when we are at work. Thank you so much, everybody. Good night. Allah Hafiz. Hare Krishna. Amen. Have a great night. Thank you.